I'm from America. I'm from the East Coast of America, in New Jersey. Alhamdulillah, it's a hard place. We're surrounded by New York on top of us, Delaware below us, and Pennsylvania on the side of us. And then right on the other side is this ocean that connects us to the rest of the world. And subhanAllah, this is my first time crossing that ocean. And so today I ran across some kids at a foyer. And I'm still a bit emotional. So please excuse me and the temperament. Because for a very long time, I thought that to be poor or to be destitute was something that was reserved for black Americans. And I know many of you are probably thinking, how could a person just think that poor is only for black Americans? Because man, we live in a place where we've never seen outside of this place. The media, everything literally keeps you inside of a box in this place. Really. And even for those of us who try to be conscious-minded, you know, like get your mind right, you know, clean it up. But even for us, still closed-minded because we never see nothing different. You get a poor man, the only way for him to get bread is to steal. But then there comes a point where he doesn't have any shame in it. So he's unapologetic about it. And to him, it's keeping it real. No. I gotta keep it real with you. To keep it real with yourself is to honor who you are and to honor where you're from. It's to honor your parents and to honor their parents. That's keeping it real. It's people that sacrifice for you to be where you at today. Because for all of you who have fathers that love you, that protected you, that put food on your plate and took care of your mothers and honored her and showed you how to honor women, and you don't want to be like him? What's wrong with you? Your father was keeping it real. Your father was keeping it real when he told you what you needed to hear, not what you wanted to hear. Your father was keeping it real when he told you no. He was keeping it real. He kept it real with you. He told you, we don't got enough money for that, yo. We ain't got it. He was keeping it real. Wake you up for Fajr when you don't want to pray at your house. Kept it real. Don't you know your fathers and your mothers, they came to the West? They came in financial freedom. You know that, right? Financial freedom. So that way you could have some of these things that would make it easier for you on the path to Allah. They sacrifice, man. They sacrifice learning knowledge of the religion so they could go work for you. Take care of you. They sacrifice spending time with Quran and time with Kutub Sitta for you. And you want to go be like something different? Nah, man, keep it real. Keep it real. Who you want to be like? Who you look up to? Who's your role models? Straight up, yo. Why am I mentioning all of this? Because today, children look up to LeBron James, role model. Jay-Z, role model. Stormzy, role model. Y'all know Stormzy, right? Right? Role model. When for a lot of y'all come from a culture of family. A lot of y'all come from a long culture of family. Y'all don't got broken families. Some people, very, very rare I see in your cultures. Very, very rare I see that in your cultures. The majority of you that I know, you come from families, husbands and wives, who came from husbands and wives, who came from husbands and wives, who came from husbands and wives. That's something for you to honor. Having an unbroken chain as a family. Who you looking up to? How many of you consider your grandfather as your role model? I want to know. Raise your hands. Keep it real. If your grandfather is the man you want to be like, raise your hand. Out of between 30 and 40 people, 10%. So we represented the nation of Muhammad as a whole. You telling me only 10% of us want to be like our grandfathers? Where we go? Only 3 of us keeping it real? Don't you know your grandfather raised your father up? You don't know that? Don't you know your grandfather used to be young and vibrant? You don't know that? He wasn't always great. You don't know that? Your grandmother used to desire him like he was a man. Wow. You don't know that? He wasn't always weak and didn't always have a cane. You ain't see the pictures? How many of y'all seen the pictures? I seen the pictures. I said, oh, Papa, handsome, strong, got muscles, you know, like my grandfather. He's an army man. Because those 3 men that raised their hand, I know they thinking about this. And those of you who didn't raise your hand, I'm not sure you're thinking about it, so it's something I want you to think about. I seen these pictures from my grandfather. I put the picture down, then I look at his face, and I say, whoa, if Allah give me life, that's my face. Yeah, man. Inshallah, Allah give me life. I'm looking at my grandfather, and I'm seeing my face. If you want to know how they want to bring down this ummah, disconnect the fathers from the sons. In Black America, they were able to take the fathers away from the sons. In your culture, they're taking the sons away from the fathers. And that's real. I don't need anybody to agree with me on that. Your fathers are not leaving you, you're leaving your fathers. But then the question comes, reflect on Quran, so where then are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? If you're running away from you. If I could keep it real with you, the thing that really made me emotional today, I was walking through Birmingham, just seeing stuff, talking to people. Everybody's weird. Like, you can tell I'm American because I'm saying hi to everybody. I'm shaking hands. I'm like, yo, what up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? And they like, what's up, mate? You know what I'm saying? One guy even smiled and said, you okay? Yeah, right? I was walking, man. I got a little turned around, a little lost. And I asked the man, I said, yo, I got to get back to Snow Hill, like where we staying at. I got to go over here, you know? The guys, yeah, that way, boom, 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 boom. Man, I asked this guy, that guy. Some people kept telling me, but just quickly, it's coming up. A little white kid. He's not a Muslim. Little old white kid. I can't say little old white kid. He was skinny, frail. I can see the trouble on his face. He was dressed like urban, though, like, you know, like hip. I'm walking. He see me ask the thing. He see the guy blow me off. He said, you lost, man. I said, yeah. I said, I know where I'm going. I said, I just need to get there. He said, where you going? I said, I'm staying over there in Snow Hill by the Holiday Inn, right? He said, don't worry, I'll take you there. White boy. He escorted me literally back from wherever I was in Birmingham, over there by the library. You know the library? Over there by the library. And he took me all the way back to where I was staying. And we talking, we building. His name started with a Z, I forget. It was weird, you know? And then I asked him, I said, yo, where you live? He said, across the street from where you staying. I said, really? Where? Like, you know? He said, nah, man, you can't come in my building. I said, you know, like, I didn't invite myself to ask him, so can I come with him? I was inviting him basically like to come with me, but he was letting me know that I couldn't come where he was going. So that makes me like, well, where you going then? You know, like, Americans, man, too curious for our own good sometimes, yo. Straight up, yo, like, I'm all the way away from home, yo, like, walking with this, like, poor white kid, like, who looks like Eminem almost, right? Who came to UK by way of Russia after I talked to him. Poor Russia. Broken Russia. Like, and I know y'all know some of them because I see the race divide is not that bad here. I see everybody intermingling, which is a beautiful thing, mashallah. So these poor Russian kids that came. I know y'all know them too. At home, it's different for us. It's different for us. I don't expect a guy like that to be poor. Really. Guys like that get a good pass, And he took me. He said, man, he said, you know what? I keep it real with you. And that's why this whole thing of keeping it real, I was telling you I got a little emotional because I was with those kids. He said, I stay at the foyer. He took me over there. I said, well, let me see it then if it's so bad, And the place, I walk up, it's a building, alhamdulillah, it looks like an apartment building in New York, maybe. I'm like, it's cool. There's no outside. I see some people with some bad stuff, but for me, it's a nice area. You know what I'm saying? And man, he called his boys outside, a couple other white guys. I told him who I was, where I'm coming from. He was like, oh, alhamdulillah. And they knew about us. He didn't recognize me. I didn't have my throw on. I was wearing what I got on right now. I'm just walking through the spot, And then he called all his boys out, and I'm talking to him. A couple young white guys, a couple young black guys with afros. I'm telling you, man, it was dope, bro. And all of them explaining to me where they coming from, their struggles. I'm telling them where I came from, my struggles, And something that I realized, man, is that hungry is hungry, bro. It don't matter, man. Black, white, green, yellow, or location. Hungry is hungry, man. But I can't lie to you and sit in front of you and give you young boys the impression that I'm who you should be like. I'm not who you should be like. I'm not who you should be like. You should be like your Quran teacher. That's who you should be like. The Imam of the Masjid. That's who you should be like. Your father is who you should be like, little bro. So if I can keep it real with all of y'all, lastly, is that for all of our fathers here, I thank you. I thank you for raising this generation of Muslims, for financially providing for this generation of Muslims, sacrificing and struggling, during hard times, staying in your marriages with their mothers. I thank you for that. I thank you for being the man and not leaving home when you could have. I thank you for that. Really. I thank you for putting up with your sons and your daughters and your wives and all of that stuff and giving them dignity and honor by connecting them to a man. I thank you for that, Father. All of you. All of you. All of you sons, your job is to make the family better. Alhamdulillah. Our fathers, they put us here and got us where we are. Now what you going to do to take our fathers to the next level? I need you to take yourself out of your youth for a second, little bruh, and think about being an older man. Think about having a family. Think about having sons that's going to be your age one day, little bruh. You think about you being your own son. You think about what you need right now that you ain't getting. Think about that. Because alhamdulillah, our fathers, they gave us a lot. But it was some things that we missed, right? And don't you ever, ever, ever tell their downfalls. Don't you ever, ever, ever expose them and say what you didn't have, or how it was, or this is what it was, or we had it good with my father, Don't you ever do that. Because guess what? You're going to have some downfalls too. Yeah, human being. Yeah, you, human being. You're going to have some downfalls too. Yeah, you. And you're not going to want your son to expose you. And you're going to want him to love you. You're going to want him to respect you. You're going to want him to feel venerated when you look him in the eye. So I'm asking you all, if you're going to keep it real, then make sure what keeping it real is for you is going to be the same thing as keeping it real when you're somebody's father.
Some of the brothers are doing drugs with their own kind. This is a problem that we have.
Yeah.
The situation.
And they're going down the wrong path. I mean, we work with police and they tell us that a lot of the prisons are full with Muslim people because they're following the wrong path. What words would you say to our youth to keep away from this?
Nah, mashallah, that's great advice. It's just that everyone's not strong enough to walk away from the bad people. Especially when your heart gets attached to them and you love them and you have this fake idea of sympathy for them, right? Like, oh, I know he does the best, my brother. And a level of that you better have. The overlooking, the pardoning, that even if he's wrong, he's a Muslim, he's my brother, right? So there's that aspect of all of us in Islam. We don't exclude us. We're together. No matter if he falls short or not, he's with us and that's going to make him strong. But personally, you got to know what's good for you and what's bad for you, man. Word up, bro. And the thing is, the essence, really, of following the sunnah of the Prophet always telling us to keep yourself in good company. Like, dude, good company is the religion, bro. You are known by the people you are with. Really, bro.